Hey, how's it going? It's Joe. So I just wanted to make a quick video to cover the changes in Accent's what's going to be version 0.4.11.0. So the first changes, I decided to start following brand's firmware revision number to just kind of give these a version. Really, the purpose here is just to they should still be pretty forward and backward compatible, I guess, unless they're based on a feature that is made in a newer firmware version, but just kind of wanted to give you a sense of when this particular version was released. So the first change is an enhancement to the voltage bank. Here on the third channel, I've got just a sine wave oscillator on channel 3, and if we come down in here, I've just got an offset that you can't see off screen, just a manual offset hooked up here, and it's going into a scale quantizer. And let me drop in a voltage bank, and we'll unmute the channel. So in a second, the first change you'll notice is that if you go into the menu, all of the output options are gone now. So there used to be a index, sum, and input here. Those have been removed, and they've been just replaced by this one bypass button or gate. So the idea behind this was an idea, I think, from RK-Lim or Clem on the forums. This will allow you to kind of, hook this up to something else, right? An external button or an external gate, or maybe put it on the top of your custom unit so that you can bypass it. So let's unmute real quickly the way it works. So if I go here and I move my offset around, you don't hear any change. But if we engage the bypass switch here, then it's going to follow the input. So this setting really only affects the output. So if I come in here, I'm on index 1, I can fire a trigger here, move up to index 2, fire another trigger, move to index 3, fire another trigger. So, this is still following my input, but when I disengage the bypass, then it's going to operate back in index mode. So hopefully that will be a helpful change. The sum mode has been removed. My thinking here is that with the new 0.4 features, it's pretty easy to add this back in yourself, right? So I could just drop a mixer channel in here if I wanted to. And in this case, my input is actually external, but I could come back over here and grab whatever happens to be sitting in front of this and just feed it into the mixer channel here. So that would be the same as sum mode. All right, let's see. Moving up here to channel 1, I've got a new unit to demonstrate. So this, what we've got going here, let me unmute this channel. I've got a little sequence coming into here. And what we've got is a very short envelope on this thing. And if you listen, because the attack on it is so fast, you can kind of hear some clicking. So this new unit is called the linear sampling Vca. And what we'll do is replace this unit. And you can just listen to the difference. So we'll replace this with the linear sampling Vca and listen to the difference. So you can hear all the kind of clicking and popping sounds are gone. So the idea behind this, what it does is it acts just like the regular linear bipolar Vca. However, it samples the input signal. And it only allows, the CV to make a change when the input is at a 0 crossing. So, that has the effect when it always changes at the 0 crossing, you don't hear those clicks anymore. So, that idea was brought up by Mopoko. So, thanks for that. This is, I think, a pretty cool little unit. Let's see, I would say that, I didn't really notice a CPU difference on the CPU meter when I switched between the sampling VCA and the regular linear bipolar VCA. But the sampling VCA, I mean, it does have more stuff in it. So, you know, if you don't need this, you might want to just stick with the regular linear bipolar VCA. But if you are in a situation where you've got, you know, little short clicky envelopes, you can pretty easily, you know, just switch back and forth by using the replace function here. Last thing about this, so this unit can work on mono or stereo, but like I said, it works by sampling the input. So at the moment, if you put it on a stereo channel, like I have here, it'll only sample the first channel, or I guess, you know, the left-hand side is the one that it's looking at. So it's really the only way I can think to do it. You know, if you sample both sides, I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. It might get a little weird. So anyway, experiment with that. That's in the experimental category right now. And if you have any feedback on that, be interested to hear it. And I think that's it. Thanks. Take care.